And hello again, everyone. Thank you so much for staying with us tonight at 5:30. I'm John Evans. As tourism season winds down and the beaches are less crowded, we're getting a better idea of the impact visitors had on our economy. A new study from the State Department of Commerce says tourists are spending at record levels. And one of our local counties finished in the top 10. WECT's Ava Brengord talked to some tourism leaders in the area today. What kind of growth are we seeing in the tourism industry here, Ava?
Well, John,
the State Department of Agriculture has fined a kennel owner in Brunswick County after finding out the business put pets at risk. In the last 4 months, 3 dogs have died at the Diamond A Kennels in Ocean Isle Beach. The state inspected the kennel in August and found health, safety, and sanitary violations, including 16 animals not having continuous access to water. Leroy Moore will spend the rest of his life in prison after a jury convicted him of first-degree murder for killing another man in a Whiteville apartment complex. Prosecutors say Moore and another man fired 36 shots into the Sandy Ridge Apartments in October of 2021. Tony Baker died after getting shot twice in the back. Attorneys have now seated 11 jurors to hear Michael Hassan's case. The former oral surgeon is charged with sexually assaulting more than 20 female patients while they were under sedation. Hassan faces 30 charges, including indecent liberties with a child and statutory rape. Investigators say the victims range in age from 12 to 69. We have a consumer alert for you tonight about a data breach that may have exposed Social Security numbers of nearly 1 million people. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services says a hack last year may have compromised personal information for nearly 1 million Medicare beneficiaries. The agency says hackers may have gotten access to names and birth dates and Social Security numbers. CMS says the breach happened sometime between May the 27th and 31st last year. The agency, though, has not received any reports of fraud cases related to the breach. Inspectors say they warned about major deficiencies at a Boar's Head plant in Virginia 2 years before a deadly listeria outbreak from deli meats. The USDA identified issues like rusty equipment, flaking paint, and dripping condensation in the plant dating back to September of 2022. Previously released reports showed insects, mold, blood on the floor, and a rancid smell in the cooler. At least 8 people have died in the listeria outbreak, including 2 people in South Carolina. Authorities are crediting rock star Jon Bon Jovi with saving a woman's life in Tennessee by talking her out of jumping off a bridge. Here's the security video. Check on your left-hand side. Police say it happened as Bon Jovi happened to be on a photo shoot on the bridge. He noticed a woman standing on the ledge. He walked over to her with another person. The rock star and the woman had a conversation, and then he proceeded to lift her off the ledge back to safety. Bon Jovi and his team then walked the woman safely off the bridge.
The unsettled weather continuing, as I said, for much of the next 6 to 10 days.
Okay, Eric, I took your advice yesterday. Cut the grass today, hoping that the next 4 or 5 days of rain will green things back up. Starting to get a little dry in many yards across southeastern North Carolina.
I'm quite confident that's not going to be an issue here as we head to the next 7 to 10 days. Plenty of opportunities for rain moving forward.
So my planning paid off, let's hope, right?
It paid off. You listen to your first alert meteorologist and you're in good shape.
Yep, got to plan the right way. All right, Eric, thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Frances Weller.
And I'm John Evans. We're going to start you off at this hour with a live look at Whiteville, where the skies have been a little grayer all day.
Things were dry today.
An update now on the trial of an oral surgeon accused of sexually assaulting female patients while they were under anesthesia. Attorneys have now seated 11 jurors to hear Michael Hassan's case. He faces 30 charges, including indecent liberties with a child and statutory rape. Investigators say the victims range in age from 12 to 69 years old.
Expect the county to continue to grow.
And leaders in one of the state's fastest growing counties want help planning a vision for the future. Council members in Leland want neighbors to fill out a survey related to the town's 2030 strategic plan. They can share their thoughts, their ideas, and priorities for what should be included in the plan, which will be submitted for review later this year. Neighbors have another 2 weeks to do it. The deadline's the 26th. We have a link to that survey inside this story on our news app.
Being prepared when disaster strikes, it's something we hear a lot in our community. And
the 6-year anniversary of the deadly Hurricane Florence this weekend really drives that point home. Leaders in Whiteville organized what's called a Caregivers Academy to provide resources for caregivers before, during, and after any potential disaster. And it's not just severe weather either. An unexpected illness or a serious fall presents a different set of issues when someone is relying on you for comfort and safety. Organizers wanted to remind these caregivers that they're not alone.
Support group is a place for...
This is really cool.
Yeah. In Wilmington, Bill Murray, WECT News.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The New Hanover Community Endowment helping with funding to get that truck on the road.
And Nourish NC is actually going to use surveys and even some technology to help track the nutrition goals for all the families that are part of that program.
Showers, barbers, and food.
Doctors and other health experts are organizing an event this weekend to promote health and wellness for black men. The summit is happening Saturday at the International Longshoremen's Association. That's on 5th Avenue in the city. The free event kicks off at 9 that morning, runs until noon. We have details on how you can register inside this story on our news app. And the next time you take out the garbage, a new truck may pull up to the curb to collect it. Leaders in Wilmington unveiled a new fleet of automated trash trucks. They have a claw that will grab the trash cans off the side of the road and dump the contents inside. Crews call the new technology a big step forward in driver safety.
It's not very different from what you're already doing, but there's a couple things you got to pay attention to. Primarily, which direction your cart should face. You know, we really want people to have that handle facing the house. That's going to be one of the biggest things that really helps our drivers.
Now, folks whose trash schedules will be impacted by the changes, you've already been informed about them by mail. Those new trucks will begin their routes in about 10 days.
Well, the votes are finally in for the 2025 collector's calendar.
Yeah, many of you submitted pictures and then voted on the top 12 that will be in next year's calendar. And tonight, we're unveiling the winning picture for January. Here it is. Take a look. Foggy sunset at Holden Beach, taken by Jesse Viox of Supply. That'll be the calendar picture for January. What a cool shot. Congratulations to you, Jesse.
That is a really... Folks wait for that calendar to come out, and then they're asking, where can we get one? Can you bring us one?
Yeah, I get January, February, March, people are still asking about them. So it's popular. People love to see them because chances are your picture might be in there. Somebody you know may have voted for it. All right, let's get another check of the forecast. Eric?
Moving forward, much